Hello and welcome to the Mobius Archives. This is your host, Mobius Rex, and we are playing Kerbal Space Program. When last we left, we were sending out a little probe that we just barely made it to orbit. This thing gave us so much trouble. And now it's heading on nicely out of our system, out of the system. It's going to accelerate it along. Give it a chance to move away from the planet. Okay, so this is partly a refueler, partly a rescue mission. We need to get in touch with the Moho Adventurer. Unless we touch where our ascending node is, and I don't think we can. Let's see what we can do about making that happen. Let's try to get a little interaction. Otherwise, we are going to have to adjust at our ascending node and descending node. Yeah, this isn't going to happen. Just giving us quite a bit of a twist so that we're in line with both Moho and the Adventurer. Yeah, this is not going to happen like this. So, at our ascending node, we will adjust something like that. It looks like we'll be spending a lot of time doing that. Can't imagine this will take more than an hour. And hopefully it doesn't. Can't imagine it'll take more than 10 minutes. That's one of the things about Kerbal Space Program. When you don't know your burn, when you don't know your burn time, it could take a while. So we are probably going to miss our node well and good before we start seeing any progress here. And if we just watch it, we can watch it just through the cross-section here. We haven't really changed our orbit off of Kerbin's plane at all, just slightly. There are several maneuvers like this, if I recall correctly, from our successful flights to get into orbit of Moho. Is here to adjust the plane, and then there's getting out of Kerbin. There's adjusting the plane. There's stopping at Moho. There's so much to do. All right, those orbits are finally starting to come in line. I've done 4 times time acceleration, and once we reach our descending node. We'll start this again. Save a little fuel that way. There we go. Descending node 0. Up next, to get in contact with the Adventurer. So it looks like in a little under a single orbit, not calling it a year anymore, but a little under a single orbit, it's actually 349 days, we can do a minimal burn that should bring us into intersection with 80,000 kilometer distance. So I think that is absolutely promising. Alright, this burn is only a couple minutes. I'm going to start it at minute 5. I know from last time. Oops. Time acceleration. Gets me every time. Hot. There we go. Better. Intersection is 244. Let's get this down. It does change quite rapidly, actually. I'm just using RCS to tune this. Alright, up next is going to be the Dance of Spheres. Alright, just tweaking some maneuvers. We don't know what it is, but it's a 6.7 second burn. I could almost do that with RCS. This is just slightly further along. Almost within reach, just where we split our intersection. So dipping into that orbit just a little bit. Let's get into position. Okay, we're about a minute off. Let's just start our thrusters. 6 seconds. Let's see what we can do. And cut that. What did we get? 21,000 meters. Let's turn RCS on. Yeah, we can still influence this a little bit. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we get sub 1? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, that's as close as we get for now. And then there's going to be the pain of docking. So I think switching to our target, RCS on, and making it point us retrograde might help. Once we get within reach, we can start making this separation work. Let's see if we add maneuvers. So in order to make this work, we have to bring our periapsis down a lot. That finally starts moving. Separation goes a lot higher. But we are also moving at like 28,000 compared to our target. We need to start probably slowing down now. Let's just start doing that. Actually, I'm cutting my engine here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring us right towards that intersect position. We've been falling off it a bit. That's 1,700 meters because we're a bit farther out. This might have been a better thing, but to just come right up to that position before starting to slow down, because it's going to take a few minutes for us to actually burn through all this fuel, which I hope I have enough to transfer over, or to put in these guys before getting them to Moho. Otherwise, this mission will be an absolute failure. And we won't see them yet because it is still 1,800 kilometers, not meters, kilometers. We'd ideally want to be within 10 kilometers of them, but that's just not what we see. Also, looking at this, our refueler might also need to be refueled. We did kind of screw up the launch on this. That did not go at all well. We did not have enough fuel in middle stage. Now, this is the refueler stage. This is where the satellite is. So that might be one of our problems, is that we're going to lose that stage before we do this intersection. Before we pull this off. It does still have some RCS, so we might be able to tweak it. But we also are decelerating in the direction of our target, but this liquid fuel looks like it might be a little thin. Might be working on fumes by the time we match our target speed. We'll see. We could do stuff like we did before, move some fuel out of the mission pod. Don't want to do that, but if we can achieve mission, that'd be nice. So unfortunately, I can't actually see... Oh, maybe... It's like, can I see this internal tank here? Yeah, I can. So we can transfer some into here. Give us a little bit more to work with in this stage. Less to work with in this stage, unfortunately. Going to bump into them. Don't bump into them. We're going to bump into them. Crash. No. Oof. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. At all. Sorry, guys. Now we need to figure out what's going on. Undock. There you go. RCS. Move forward. Oh, we're gonna break that. We're gonna break that. We didn't break that. Wow. Not exactly. We're scraping the paint here. Not exactly how I wanted it to go. Are we going to break something off? We might. We are approaching at an angle, but I feel like there's magnetics going on here. Let's turn RCS off. And SAS off. and let this just clamp on itself. Wow, that worked. Alright. We have crew. Now to transfer everybody. Transfer crew. Transfer to here. Alright, successfully transferred our crew. Now we need to set up a maneuver to get to Moho. And to actually get to Moho this time. And to stay within Moho's vicinity. So we might as well make that our target. This is good. We got a Moho periapsis. Let's actually point at the maneuver. Got a Moho periapsis, 32-second burn, in 5 days, 5 hours. How about that? I don't think I've seen anything quite like that. But we still have to slow ourselves down so that we do get a good encounter with Moho. Overshot by a few seconds, so we'll see how good or bad this is and tweak by... That was a closer one, I think. But tweak as we need to. We're within 200 kilometers of the planet. So I think we'll try to keep that and see what that encounter brings us next orbit. I think it's next orbit. Hope it's next orbit. Then we'll have to slow down a whole heck of a lot. Otherwise it will end up with the same problem again. This time we know to give our rescue vehicle a little bit more lift when getting off the planet. Alright, encounter is coming. There we are. Whew. How far away is that? That's in like minutes. Oh god. Let's stop. Hold on, let's stop. That is 38 minutes from where we are. That means we are zipping straight by Moho. Start pointing retrograde. We may have to burn hard fast. That's a 30-minute burn. Okay, the one thing we know we can do is to recover this mission, or at least part of the mission, and leave these guys at Moho, is to transfer all our fuel back in. So that's what I'm going to do. Keep the lander stage. If we can keep the lander stage, it'll actually be more beneficial to us. Okay, there we go. We tried, but that satellite just isn't coming with us. So we'll just abandon it there. And you go ahead and decouple us. Whoa. That that doesn't look good. Alright, I should have made sure this was refilled. It is not. Oh well, we will deal. We can drop a little bit more weight by dropping this. Decouple that node. I feel like we're a few liters of liquid fuel too short. Too short. No burn left in anything. Alright, I'm going to reload it and let them have actually something to work with, but we're going to send up yet another ship. Maybe we'll do a big redesign this time. Alright, until next time, this has been Mobius Rex from Mobius Archives. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, leave us a like. Leave some comments and suggestions. Back with you next time. Have a good day and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.